This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN.Live. We're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me right now is Jeffrey Meckler from Intec Pharma, publicly traded company. The symbol is NTEC. Jeffrey, welcome to SNN.Live.
Robert, thank you for having us.
It's great to have you on. So for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and then we'll go from there.
We're Intec Pharma. We don't make the drugs you take. We make the drugs you take better, and we use our proprietary Accordion Pill platform.
So let's get a history of the company. When did it start, and how has the company evolved to where you're currently at today?
Sure. Well, the company started in the early 2000s. We licensed technology from Hebrew University, and over the years, this was perfected. We built our toolkit. We have, in the last year or so, been going a number of programs into the clinic. We recently completed a phase 3 program on our Parkinsons, as well as have taken a Novartis program into the clinic.
So tell me a little bit more about where you're at in the clinic. Tell me about these clinical trials. Where are we at in the development?
Sure. So what we are in the process of our development, we get a new compound. We do not take drug risks. We either take a generic drug that's available or a drug that's from, say, a pharma company like Merck or Novartis. We layered it into our Accordion pill, and this is a large example of it. It's essentially drug put on film, but unlike transdermal or sublingual, we fold it up and put it into a capsule. The capsule dissolves and opens up, and when it opens up, it hangs out in the stomach for a period of 8 to 12 hours. While it's doing that, it releases drug on a prescribed pharmacokinetic profile that the company can set. So what we've been able to do, particularly with our cannabinoid program and our Parkinsons, as well as Novartis, we've been giving it to people both who have Parkinsons in the phase 3, as well as healthy volunteers to find the right profile to improve drug absorption and drug delivery.
Got it. So currently phase 3 for the Parkinson's trial, and then what phase were you talking about for the cannabinoid trial?
Sure. The cannabinoid is in phase 1. We completed a phase 3 in the Parkinson's. We have another phase 3 that'll have to be done to get approval for the FDA.
And is this drug delivery for literally any type of drugs that are out there? And really what I'm asking is, can you partner with any drug developers for the delivery system, or is it for something in particular?
It's a great question. We can do a lot of small molecules. We're not really designed to do a large molecule like insulin or a monoclonal antibody, but we can do up to peptides in our system. So we can do a lot of different types of drugs. It's really drugs that are either poorly soluble, have a narrow absorption window, or drugs that changing the pharmacokinetic, changing the absorption pattern in the bloodstream has a huge therapeutic benefit.
And what's your background? I mean, how'd you come into all this?
So my background, I actually started my career in Pfizer in manufacturing, had a typical big pharma career, and left there around 2007. And I've been doing a bunch of these kind of little companies that are in need of a change. I'm actually a lawyer by training, so anyone who doesn't need a science background to actually be in this industry.
And then from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's goals and growth drivers for 2020?
So for 2020, our growth drivers are, one, we look to partner the Parkinsons, and we'll find a partner to do the next phase 3. Hopefully, we will get Merck to go in the clinic with their program that we're working on. We want to put our cannabinoid program, our THC and CBD, back into the clinic in 2020, and also discover or find some new programs and drugs that really fit into our platform.
One last question I have to ask. Why did you start with Parkinson's and cannabinoids?
So the Parkinson's is actually one of the best vehicles or test vehicles for this. The reason is it's a drug that we use that's been in the marketplace for a long time, but it's both a very PK sensitive and narrow absorption window drug. So it's a really good test of the technology. And in the first phase 3 data we got this year, we were able to show that for patients that we dosed it properly, we got a really spectacular result for those patients. So that's why Parkinson's. And cannabinoid, a very similar thing. We're not a pot stock. We're not one of these companies in that space for the reason of the medical marijuana or recreational. We're actually there because there's an opportunity in the in looking at cannabinoids in the opioid-sparing regimens, post-surgical settings. And the problem that has really struggled with cannabinoids has been being able to deliver it steady for THC so you don't have psychotropic excursions, as well as giving it in a nice format that you get a better uptake in the body.
And Jeffrey, where can our audience go and find more information about Intec?
Sure, you can go to intecpharma.com. Our ticker symbol is NTEC, and we have all the information on our presentations, and we actually have a nice little video about the Intec Accordion Pill.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNN Live, and we're at the LD Micro Main Event 2019 in Bel Air, California. With me again has been Jeffrey Meckler from Intec Pharma, publicly traded company. The symbol is NTEC. Jeffrey, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.